Mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 3. Yes. It is time for Shanclen Shadow Productions live stream. Welcome, welcome everybody, welcome. Come sit by the fire. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna do a stream where I just fall asleep. So to wait for everyone to start coming in now. Brampton, Ontario, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm really tired. Oh wait, that's why I don't hear it, because... Hang on, everybody. I'll turn it up over here, because it's on my external speakers and not my microphone, or my headphones. Now it sounds better. Hello everyone. Good evening from Tucson, Arizona. Welcome. Yes, go ahead and comment where you're watching from. It's a customary here for Shanclen Shadow Production live streams, so everybody knows that we're all coming from different walks of life, coming to enjoy life. Yeah, I got back, took a trip to Montana. When did we leave? Thursday. I had to go pick up some parts in Berlin, New Mexico. It was like a 4-hour drive that way, 4 hours back. And then took off from here. It was like a 19-hour drive up to the spot where the construction is. So I was invited to go do some media work for a welding company that's putting in a buffalo pen, like a corral, over on the Crow Reservation. So I was invited out there to go do some production work, to get some photos and videos of them working and stuff. And you know, it was way up on top of a mountain. You guys will see it. I'll be posting those photos on my Shanclen Shadow Lodge Instagram. So if you guys want to see those photos, it's going to be coming up here very soon. Go follow me on Shanclen Shadow Lodge. So yeah, I drove all night. Then my mom drove in the morning. Got there. It was really, really high up, but in the mountain. It took 3 hours to get on top of the mountain. And yeah, I got there. It was dark. Set up the tent. It was cold, but it was cool. And it was crazy because, like, up on top of the mountain, it was like, I guess, so quiet that my ears started ringing pretty bad. I was like, whoa. Like, there's no bugs, there's no wind, no nothing. And just on top of a mountain like that, I was like, dang, that's cool. So, woke up, got to meet the welders. Great team. You know, really, they're all a bunch of Navajo guys from my tribe. So I'm gonna be making a vlog of that whole trip. You know, like, we saw all sorts of wildlife out there. It was so cool. It's the first time I've ever seen a bear up close, like 2 bear cubs and a mom. Like, legit, like, we were driving up the hill and we saw it. It was like 10 feet away, the bear cub, and then it climbs up a tree real quick. We're like, whoa. I was like, stop the car. You know, then I take pictures, and my mom, she's all like, we took Shush with us too. And then so the Shush and my mom were like, the mom's probably not too far away. Sure enough, like 3 trees down, you see the mom over there. And she's just looking at us, and the little bear cub's on top of the tree. I'm all just took pictures. I was like, all right, let's go. And so then when we started driving off, they just ran away. They were small. They were just cute. The bear cub was about this big. You'll see it in the photo. It's adorable. Yeah. That's actually scary. Yeah. Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm just talking about my trip, and then yeah, then when So yeah, then I started getting footage the next day. Beautiful mountain area and really high elevation. And then they got to interview somebody of the tribe that looks after the buffalo up there. And then so he gave his story, where he's from. And we just sat down, all of us, all the welders and everybody just sat down by the fire, and he was just telling stories about his people and stuff, and it was awesome, you know. And then yeah, then the next day interviewed him again. And then what else did we do? Oh yeah, then they took us over to a medicine wheel. And for those of you who don't know what medicine wheel is pretty much this part right here, my tattoo. It pretty much represents the 4 sacred directions in the circle of life, and then each color has like a different representation of the directions and stuff. So, but there's some out there that are made of stone that were made hundreds of years ago. And so he took us over there, told us some stories and everything. So that's all going to be on the vlog. That's going to be freaking awesome. And so, gosh, so we went to town, came back, and it was like midnight, 1 o'clock by the time we got back. And then slept, and then got up and woke up, and it was raining outside. Like, oh shit. And then it's such high elevation that we were like legit in the clouds. And then it was all blinking and everything. It was like, my eyes getting foggy, and I was like, no, we're in the clouds. And so yeah, it was cool. We packed up, I had breakfast, and we packed up and left. And then it was all muddy as hell, so it was all, you know. So we were using my grandma's truck, and it's only 2-wheel drive. And so those guys, those welders, luckily had a big truck that was able to pull us out and everything all the way down, which was pretty cool. And then yeah, it started snowing. That like rain was coming down started turning into snow. And then that guy that was there, he told us like up in those mountains it can get up to 6 to 8 feet of snow in those mountains. And so they look after and patrol the mountains and the animals up there from poachers and stuff. And they look after the buffalo and animals. And so within like 20-30 minutes there was already like, you know, like 5-6 feet or 5-6 inches of snow. We're like, dang, that's crazy. But the further we went down the mountain, there snow kind of dissipated like that. But yeah, then I drove all night, and then my mom drove in the morning, and then yeah, I got back and dropped off Shush and just started looking at footage, started editing photos. I was so excited. So I'm tired. I apologize, everybody. So this might be a little bit shorter live stream just because how tired I am and everything. But yeah, so shout out to the Crow Nation and Montana and everything. It's beautiful up there. We weren't able to go to Yellowstone though. Maybe next time, because we got to go back up there when they complete the project, so we can get some footage of the completed project and everything. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Charlene Necker, thank you for the $2 donation. Thank you for protecting all that you need. Yes, thank you so much. You're gonna get a shout out in my next video. Yeah, all donations and everything go back into the channel, travels and everything that come up. And yes, much appreciated. Thank you. So yeah, I just got back, and yeah, I'm just tired. 19% on this phone. That's probably why I actually made it on time from San Diego. Good evening. Good evening. Got you on live this time. Yes, blessings from San Antonio, Texas. What's up? Short stream works for me because I need sleep soon. Oh, hello. Welcome. Okay. 3 hours to the top of the mountain. Sheesh. Yeah. I mean, like, I think it was just 25 miles, but like, it was so rocky. You know, it's just like you had to kind of go slow, otherwise, you know, you're gonna fuck up your tires or your spring or something. You know, fuck up an axle. North Dakota, what's up? Canada. I took a trip to Canada when I was a kid and saw my first black bear. Wow, that's cool. Am I gonna upload more gaming or reactions on Shadow Lodge? Yeah, I'll probably do more gaming videos here very soon. Everything's going really good with the second channel, honestly. So yeah, I got this vlog coming up. It's gonna be beautiful. Like I haven't even uploaded these other 3 SD cards. I just popped in my camera one. So let me see. You guys want to see some of the photos? I edited some of the photos already. Who wants to see them? Comment down below. Wisconsin. WB the Navajo Nation Res. Like travel there? I don't know. I'm about 10 minutes away. Virginia, what's up? Yes. Okay. Let's do this. All right. Hang on, everybody. Hang on. My light is in the way. I'm sorry. Ah. Okay. Okay. I shall make myself smaller. Okay. So that is the wrong one. Okay. Primary. Oh, that's really big. Hang on, everybody. I gotta resize this. Okay. I got limited space right here, so I guess that'll work. Just make myself a little bit smaller, but yeah, this is how where that is, and hang on. I can't see what you guys are saying, so hang on. Let me pop this out, move this over here. Got that right there. Bam. That's the live stream. And this are the photos. So this is like my whole timeline of all the photos and everything. Shout us out. What about your res? Shout us out. What the fuck? I mean, I live it, so isn't my representation enough as a shout out for the Navajo Nation? Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So this was after we went to go see the medicine wheel. And then his name is Leroy. Took us to the mountains to get to Sheridan. And yeah, we were right here. And it was funny because like he was driving, and when he was driving, like he was in the other truck in front of us. And so he stopped, and he pointed up at the cliff or the hillside, and there was a little tiny black dot up there, and he's like, "Look, there's a moose up there." And I was like, little tiny black thing, and I was just like, how can you tell that's a moose and everything? And so this is that picture I took, and this is with a 200mm zoomed in camera. And so like I zoom in even more. Sure enough, it was a moose. So like it was, from my perspective, it was probably like that. I was like, dang, how did he see that? And then, you know, sees a little moose over there. But yeah, there's like some more trees right here. I was editing these up and everything, color grading them. But that's my first time I've ever seen a moose. You know, we're driving, and then there's some people looking at them. There's some in the little ravine right here. They were just eating grass and just chilling. And then saw some deer too. Little deer right here. There's a lot of deer up there. And so yeah, then we're driving, and then we saw a mama moose and her 2 little calves. Editing that one, and then this is one of her little babies. They're so adorable. So yeah, so this is the other photo right there. And yeah, and then other pictures of when it was snowing up there. We're just trying to get off the mountain. And then as you kind of go down the mountain, it chills out and everything. So got some other photos of the landscape right here. The vegetation right here. And then yeah, this was when we went over to the medicine wheel too. So just beautiful landscape they have over there. Mountains and everything. Yeah, this was going up to the medicine wheel. And the truck is all small too, trying to get up there. And yeah, it was just really breathtaking. When we got to like right here, on the other side of this, I don't know if you can kind of see these rocks right here. That's a really good photo actually. But these rocks right here, when we got all the way up here, zigzagged around, and we start going around this side over here, these rocks is funny. I was with Shush, and he was all like, him and I agreed we look like we're in Lord of the Rings and Rohan. So we're just laughing, just like, we gotta come up here with some horses and just ride around. But yeah, this is on top of one of the mountains right here. We were like on this other side over here, so we had to drive all the way over there. And what's really cool, what he told us about those buffalo is they're open range, so they have like 360,000 acres to roam around and stuff. I didn't get to see them on this trip though, unfortunately, but maybe next time. And there's pictures of the welders, work that was done. I gotta edit those too. Then I started doing some star photography. I tried that out, and I learned if you move an inch, it messes up the photo. So I gotta edit these ones too. But yeah. Here's a picture of the bear. He climbed that tree quick. He's just like looking at us and everything. Shush is in live. He's all I froze and got sunburnt in the same day. Yeah. Yeah. This is the little guy right here. And climbed up there, and he's so cute. His nose. Yeah. And then this is his mom. Let me see if I can copy this real quick, maybe. Copy those settings and paste it right here. Processing, enhancing. Yeah, she was like a couple trees down. So the tree that he was on is this one on the left right here, and just like a couple trees down, the mom was right there. This is funny because like we pulled up and I took the picture, and she's looking at us, you know. And the animals, you know, they know your intentions, especially, you know, us native people know that. So you share that and everything. And then you know, it's always really cool it's such a spiritual journey and everything. It's so cool. And you know, you respect them, they respect you. And kind of creeped this guy out. We freaked him out, but you know, it's okay. They ran away after that, and you know, yeah. But then there was a cow. I thought this was a beautiful cow. Let's take a picture. And another beautiful cow right here. Cows are cool. And then like there was like so many deer out there. Like this one was like really far away too. And then some horses too out there. And yeah, see, these are some of the photos I took of them. So all these are going to be being put up on the Instagram at Shanclen Shadow Lodge. So yeah, I really want to get some prints too, make some prints and print this out. Like I really love this photo right here, like the little butte cliff right there with different colored trees. That's why I was really happy to go up there this time of year. That's when all the leaves start changing. So maybe in a week or two these are gonna start turning red. You know, winter's coming up there pretty quick. So yeah, some of the photos right there. So let me gonna make myself big again. And I shall Close this one. Move this back over here. Yeah, it was a really good trip. Like it was really good. So hopefully a lot of good medicine was shared, stories and everything. And yeah, it was just so awesome. You know, like I just feel great. I'm tired as fuck, but I feel great. You know, it was very awesome. I imagine that dinosaurs once roamed the land. Yeah. I wonder what kind of dinosaurs are up there. So it was just a lot of fun. So it was really cool. So I got a lot of editing to do. I gotta upload the footage and stuff, and you know, ran 2 cameras and interviews and everything. So it's honestly really cool to be invited out there and you know just hear different stories from different tribes and stuff like that. So yeah. So hopefully go back out there, then we can go see some other tribes and stuff. It'd be really cool. Great photography. Thank you. Gorgeous photos. Thank you. The cow is gorgeous. Yes. I caught the cow's glory. And what was crazy is that bear was like a quarter mile away from it too. But it's like, it's almost like an ecosystem that they just kind of respect each other in their space. It's really interesting whenever you see that. So my grandma, we came back and I was just telling my grandma and grandpa about the trip, you know, and they were sharing stories when they went up to Sheridan too years ago and stuff. And you know, it's always really cool to be able to see that. So that corral that they're making up there is going to be used for to give vaccinations and medicines to the buffalo to make sure they don't get brucellosis, I think it's called, other diseases too. And what's really good is that herd up there is one of the only herds that has like 0 diseases with it, and they're very, very healthy. So they want to make sure that they stay healthy and give them the right medicines that they need. So that's why they're building that pen up there. So you know, maybe I can in the future we go to different tribes that need buffalo and we can do some media coverage for them. Really cool. Smoking a spliff in Canada and watching Shanclen. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Must of the Rohirrim. Hell yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it's always really fun and cool whenever you get to see and witness these things. So I'm kind of just coming down from the experience and it felt really good. Dakota Territory, what's up? Yesterday I walked 2 miles in a thunderstorm, cleaned up litter as I went, and had a good cry with the rain. Nice. Nature looking good there. Yeah, it looks, air was so clean, it was cool. And we're just teasing with those guys. We're like, dang, you know, I've never seen this much grass before. You know, where from it's just dirt and shrub bushes. Which King Kong do you like? 1933, 1975, or 2005? I'm not a huge fan of King Kong. Whatever the most recent one is, I guess, is cool. Buffalo are awesome too. They're one of my favorite. Eagles are extraordinarily beautiful too. Yeah, those are the 2 that I wanted to get photos of too. I didn't see any though, unfortunately. So yeah, maybe next trip we go out there. Maybe I can see some. But yeah, the buffalo out there, a lot of good medicine teachings with them. My clans, Amashiha. I got 3 more. I won't share them. What up, Holmes? What up? Do you smoke for the tobacco in correlation with the spiritual importance of it? Yeah, and I'm a Navajo too, so tobacco is kind of our thing. It's thunderstorming here and lightning hit pretty close. Dang. Stay safe. Yes. So yeah, that's pretty much my trip. So drove all night. Now we're here. And that's why I didn't do a live stream yesterday, was because, you know, I was on the road, so service was pretty bad in the mountains. It kept going in and out, so yeah. Bro, there was so much sage up there on the mountain. Yeah. I wanna go somewhere where there's a lot of sweetgrass too. Some more sweetgrass. It'd be pretty cool. But yeah, when we went to that medicine wheel too, we did a little offering and said a prayer there too. It was really cool, and just this is cool being shown around the res. Like I've never been to Crow Res before, and it's very beautiful. So I've been to Chippewa Cree tribe in Montana. That's pretty much it though. Over near Rocky Boy, Havre, Montana. And I went out there when it was winter time, when I was installing solar too. But yeah, Montana's beautiful for sure. Which tribe was the first one in the USA? I don't think there was ever a first one, so people don't argue about it. Probably all showed up around the same time. Did I do a prayer? Of course, of course. We had our thunderstorms yesterday where I am. Yeah, we showed up and then there's like puddles. So I guess back here they got some rain here too. Have I been to Pine Ridge? Yep. Yes, I have. Installed some solar out there for a veterans home, and then tribal housing too. I think we installed like 10 houses. There's like a whole street we're installing solar on, some tribal houses out there. Got some relatives out there. Really, really nice people. They're all tall too, like me. You go out there and then Lakota nations, and they're all tall too, and they're like, "You're Navajo?" I'm like, yeah. Like, dang, you're the tallest Navajo we've ever seen. So Shush is pretty tall too, so you know, you know, representing the tall Navajos. Watching from Colorado, what's up? Love your gauntlet videos, my guy. Want more? Yes. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen my gauntlet videos, go check those out. Some training videos that we went through. It's very scary. So I pre-recorded that one the night before we left, and so, or the day before we left, and I was all stayed up till like 1 o'clock recording that, and then I edited the next day 2 videos for Wednesday and Saturday, and then yeah, dipped out Thursday. So yeah, back on normal schedules. There's gonna be reaction video and viewer submittal story. Here, let me do a poll real quick. I want you guys' opinion on this. Let me see. Reaction video or okay. So you guys vote here. Tomorrow's video, you guys want a reaction video or a viewer submitted story? Cast your votes now. Did I hear Boo Nygren approved a $5 million deal for Navajo ICE? Scary stuff. No, I didn't hear that. Crazy. Have I ever heard of a fire talker or know of anything of a person taking fever from hands from burns or such? My husband's great aunt was a local healer but never told anyone how she did it. There's fire medicine, fire healers out there, so yeah, I haven't met one personally, but yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some out there like that. Do I know about the Algonquin natives from northern areas? I know of them, but I haven't met any yet. What's up, dude? Vancouver, Washington. What's up? Have I benched 340 yet? No, I got to Like I said, when I got 330, it was pretty crazy. I don't know what I was on that day, but I got to 325 the other day. And I was so close to 330, and I was like, nah, I can't do it. So I'm at like this part right here where I'm trying to, I wanna go heavier, but I also don't want to injure myself too. So, but still get a good workout in. Farmington, New Mexico, what's up? Have I seen the movie Island of the Dr. Moreu? Sorry if I said that wrong. If so, what do I think of it? I have not seen that, no. What's up? Hello from Albuquerque, New Mexico. What's up? If I ever make it to Missouri, go check out St. Albert Island. There are creatures there worth investigating. Ooh. Who's doing some nasty stuff? Yeah, I'm trying not to get political on here when it comes to, especially Navajo Nation stuff. It's just like Navajo Nation stuff is always corrupt when it comes to stuff. It's kind of sad. We keep it more chill, spiritual here. Yeah. Beautiful photo, sending love and positive vibes from New Jersey. Oh. If someone comes from a super diverse religious background and are a mutt of a person, basically, how do you think they would be able to find a spiritual path? Just with your opinion. Try them all. Yeah, see what works for you. The second Gauntlet video hit my heart hard. I was grateful for it though. Thank you. Yeah, it was a rough one. I think the next one is Fear of Monsters, so that one's gonna be really wild. Your stories are the best, man. Should put you under his umbrella. Have a good night. You have a good night too. Have I ever thought about taking on a couple of students to teach them spiritual skills? I don't really have a place for them to learn. Paying for their food, I can't really do that right now, but maybe in the future. Enjoying listening to your storytelling. The Gauntlet one was excellent. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed it. Good evening, Shanclen. Hope you are well. Blessings to you and this community. Wanted to ask, do the Navajo have any special traditions related to marriage or marriage proposals? You gotta have a lot of horses. Yeah, we do. There's a lot of there's dowry. Traditionally there's a lot of dowry, and the whole ceremony of marriage is pretty cool. So yeah, it's really awesome. Do I have merch yet? Yeah, I have a whole merch website, so it's in the channel description. It's also in every video description too, so go check that out. Yeah, it's I would love to learn about the Navajo culture and spirituality. So you're at the right spot. You know, it's just like a lot of it isn't strictly Navajo. That's sometimes it goes into just spiritual stuff in the broader spectrum. So yeah, it's not like 100% native Navajo, so but most of it baseline is. I don't share too much of like the traditional stuff like ceremonies or songs or anything like that, just because people take it and then they go try to make money off of it. Have I seen the movie Him? It's pretty insane. I have not, no. Yeah, the season finale for Chief of War with Jason Momoa on Apple TV came out while I was gone, so I gotta go watch that after this. I've been excited for it. Got a good video for you to react to. It's a video of some teens using a Ouija. Hang on, gotta refresh my page real quick. Teens using a Ouija board from like 15 years ago. You might have some insight. Yeah, send me a link to my email or wherever it was. If it was TikTok or Instagram, you can DM it to me. I'll check it out. Can't wait for the Gauntlet of Monsters. Sounds like that one will be really wild. Yes. I watched Reservation Dogs recently. Funny show. Yes, I love Reservation Dogs. It's funny because like the battlegrounds of Battle Little Bighorn wasn't too far away from there too. I just didn't have time to go see it, but Shush was all like, he's all, we have to go there and honor William Knifeman. Just started laughing. Did you die in the battle? No, I died going into the battle. Fucking gopher hole, he's all. So taking on students, you don't need a physical place. Technically, you can do online classes. Not for what we do, no. Thank you for your insight, brother, about the about to propose myself. How was your trip to Montana? Oh, congratulations. And yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was just I'll be making a vlog about it soon. You know, it was just a wild ride. It was so much fun. And yeah, it was pretty cool. What's up, Shanclen? Hope you're doing well. Yes, I'm good. I'm just tired. Drove all night, but yeah, I'm here. I wanted to give you guys an update, hang out with y'all. Missed everybody. And yeah, I'm just excited to make some videos for y'all. I asked my dad, who told him the plant in our yard is Native American tobacco, and he said that his grandfather was Cherokee. Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of tobacco that grows everywhere. There's some tobacco in that mountain too. Hello from Texas, what's up? Where can I find your email so I can send that to you? It's shanclenshadowproductions@gmail.com. It's in the channel description, and yeah, almost every video. William Knifeman. There's got to be a way to vet people and suss out people that genuinely want to learn Navajo songs and teachings without taking advantage. Maybe have them sign a contract. Yeah, it's pretty deep, you know. It's just like there really is no reason why people outside of the tribe to learn our ceremonies. And like there's some songs that are good for, you know, like for people to learn, that's just like not strictly ceremonial, I guess. Yeah, and it's just like because a lot of our ceremonies and stuff tie in with the Navajo blood and the land and stuff. So even if someone who is outside of the tribe tried learning the ceremonies, they would call upon that spirit, but the spirit would look at him and be like, who the fuck is this guy? And they just leave, you know. What's up, homie? What's up? I live in Rhode Island and had full little people interaction on my own property. You surprised about that? No. Yeah, Rhode Island, little people are everywhere. He's even telling us some stories about little people up there too. I grew up on Neverland with forest spirits and such, and love hearing the lore and lessons you talk about. They're pretty chill, just weird dreams of birds, creatures, and shadows and stuff. Nice. Yeah, I like forests. Forests are really cool. Do I have a Discord? No, not yet. Hopefully soon I can get one and everything. Then, yeah, that's another thing I gotta manage, but we'll see. We'll see. Good evening. Glad you're back safe from a busy week. Yes. I'm ready for bed. If one were to associate their spirit animal as a wolf, does that automatically make them draw suspicion? I don't know. Our tribe doesn't have spirit animals, so I wouldn't be the person to ask that. What's up from Cali? Remember when I was in a group home in San Diego County? There was a couple counselors that were native. Monday nights have a men's group. Shit was dope. Yeah, That's cool though. Glad you had a good experience. Where can I go to learn spiritual tools as someone who sometimes get approached by spirits? Um, I mean, we don't really use tools. We use a lot of natural elements. So, like always having tobacco is really good. So that's a really great tool. Loose tobacco. Don't smoke it, but you can just offer it. I'm a part of a tribe, but my mother broke away from traditional ways. I want to learn more about my traditions. Yes. So yeah, I would say just go to the tribe. Just look up YouTube videos, if anything. YouTube videos and just stories and history. Yeah. He doesn't even go here, Spirit, probably. Hell yeah. We would set a room up all dope and the energy inside being calm and unexplainable. You felt the aura and it felt at peace. I miss those nights, bro. Yeah, it's always really cool, like when you have uncles or anything like that. Just it's almost like a meditation kind of thing, and just ground yourself and find all those things. Beautiful pics, thank you. Do Navajo believe in fairyland? Not really. We don't really have fairies here. We kind of have like forest wisps, but not so much like it's a fairies though. Hello from the Netherlands. In the last 24 years, I had encounters with a ghost. The only thing about that was I wasn't really scared, just surprised. That's good. Yeah. There's a lot of spirits out there, so you get to see a lot of different things, experience different things. I hope everyone's doing well. Doing great. I was recently watching a video on YouTube describing the work of sand paintings, and the amount that goes into those is absolutely crazy, and they're beautiful. Yeah, sand paintings are an old ceremonies and stuff. Not just like the ones they sell, but like have actual ceremonies with it too. So I've always been connected to owls my whole life. My mother heard an owl hooting loudly when she was pregnant with me in a mini-story house above the first floor she was in. I think that's part one of the conversation. Would a fart scare off an evil spirit? Probably. I've been feeling something walking on my bed. I feel footsteps and feel like an animal. What's your advice? Smudge the house with sweetgrass or cedar. That's what I would do. And yeah, put some ash on yourself and above the doorways and windows. Any cryptid sightings recently? No, I saw a bear. That was pretty cool. Never seen a bear or a moose. It's the first time seeing a moose. Good evening from Oregon. Your videos are awesome. Thank you. Glad you enjoy. Since I have an ofrenda, I always keep tobacco. Always told, since it involves our ancestors, it's just respectful. Yeah, that's it's always good to have like some tobacco, because you'll never know where you go, or spirit might show up, and just give us some tobacco. Wally Brown is a wonderful Dinet teacher here on YouTube's. Yeah, he gives a lot of good Navajo teachings and stuff, and mindset and thinking and stuff like that. So I'm like I don't go like too much into like a lot of the teachings and stuff like that. I teach the ones that like will help people, and I do like a lot of more paranormal stuff, and it's like the Hojolja ceremonies and everything don't really deal with that. It's the Heshkes ceremonies that deal with that. So he's part of the Hojolja side, and then we're part of the Heshkes side. So yeah, Two different sides of the same coin. I loved your carnival video. I felt bad for you having to squeeze into those rides. You guys had a great time. Thanks. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, you know, so I was wanting to test out my my DJI Action 5 Pro over there on the rides and stuff, so got some good quality. I loved your recent vlog with your fam on your lodge channel. Thank you. Yeah, my siblings are dope. I live close to Shiprock, New Mexico. I don't have many family connections on my mother's side, but maybe I can find a naval medicine man to learn from, such as what type of ash to use for protection. Yeah, I used I made a whole video on how to make ash, so you can check that out, and I'll be going more in depth of videos like structuring a prayer maybe, and because I had this young gentleman from our tribe asked me if I could make a video on how to pray. No one's really taught him how to pray in our tribe, so I'll probably be doing that too. And yeah, just a couple different stuff like how to defend yourself, more videos like that, how to use certain things, and yeah. Yeah, they only describe the ones they sell. Can only imagine the ceremonial ones. Yeah. They've always been around, hooting loudly whenever I go to the woods, or if there will be a big change in my life. I don't know what this means. I guess I feel marked, like it's something from before I was born. Yeah, it just depends on where you come from. Animals will have different meanings to different races, to different religions and faiths and tribes and stuff. So it just really depends on where you come from. I'd be more scared of a moose than a bear. Yeah, I heard that one was pretty big. I heard in Canada they're even bigger though, and the bears are even bigger too over there. So these ones weren't terribly big. I would say about maybe the mama bear standing up was about 5 feet, a little over 5 feet tall. So yeah. Cheers from Mexico, Baja California, sir. I was born in California. My mom always called me fox. She would say a fox spirit protects me. Down here in this small town, there's an old lady. There is an old lady, Nawal Bruja. Ooh, nice. Well, many blessings to you, and may the fox look after you. Been having human spirits tell me I'm powerful and wise and protected. Always call my guides and ancestors before any communication. Should I believe them? I'm powerful and wise and protected. I mean, if they tell you that, sure, go for it. It's a positive message. I'll take it. I take it. Any ideas about the owl connection? It's like a karma thing. Could be previous lives, be possibly, or like ancestral thing, or what do I think? I don't know what to think about it. Yeah, it just depends. Like I said, it's just on the tribe and where you come from, because you know, they're a spirit. They're not a bad spirit, you know, so they're just messengers. Both my sisters shared the same story about how they heard unusual howling at night before their pet dogs died. Their pet dogs passed away at different times. Any meaning to that you know of? It could be spiritual. You know, it could be a cryptid or something like that, or they jumped in the way of something that was trying to get you and they protected you. So my condolences for the puppies. In BC, Canada, they say Sasquatch is a wild human being. Ooh, you can go to Canada soon. Did anyone get sucked into the sky yet? Still waiting on my ticket to go. Do I know a spiritual healer named Herbert? I've seen him several times when he comes up to the Puyallup tribe in Washington. He is a wonderful healer. I'm sorry if I said that tribe's name wrong. I have not, no. heard of that person, but any blessings to him if he's going to other tribes and healing. What's a warning sign of a bad spirit versus a good spirit? Good slash natural neutral one. If you have the feeling like your life is in danger, that's pretty biggest sign right there. Brown or black bear? I think it's a black bear. Looks like a shade of brown, but like it has a shade of brown to it, but like it's not. The mother bear looked, I don't know, it was kind of dark. So in the photo, like it looks like a really, really dark shade of brown. So I don't know what kind of bear that is. I don't know too much about bears. We don't have many of them here. It's interesting how due to the trauma of the past, we have to work so hard to find our way back to the lessons and teachings of our origin. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty wild, you know, just like, you know, we had this conversation about, you know, how I speak about it in my one video I did about the, like, why do people become skinwalkers and stuff like that, all that trauma and stuff. And it's kind of sad how like toxicity has become a normality in life. And you know, especially on our tribe too, you know, there's a lot of, I'm not saying everybody is like this, but you know, it's happens a lot, you know. It's just like happens so much. Everyone has a story about IHS lady being all mean or Navajo Nation government being all mean and stuff. So yeah, it's trying to get back to those ways is pretty hard. I try to lead by example. Growing up in Wyoming, we had to sit in the truck waiting for the school bus and then run to it because of the moose around. That's cool. Yeah, we drove to Wyoming, and yeah, it was a beautiful area too right there. And I think we went at a perfect time before it got too cold and too hot, or too cold, too hot, and before winter actually hits. So, really beautiful area. My neighbors and friends upstairs are Crow and Mojave. Nice. My friend who used to live in Alaska told me polar bears can track a human by their urine. That made me not trust a polar bear. Yeah, scent. If they follow the scent. In Mexico, the shamans use owl beings called lechuzas. Sorry if I said that wrong. And yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, for us, they're messengers of death, but it just, you know, it depends on where you come from because they'll have different uses for different people, you know. Love the gauntlet videos. How do you cope with seeing stuff? Things you see, I think I close myself off intentionally or unintentionally from seeing spiritual things because it really scares me when I do. I don't know, you just go through it so much it just becomes normal. And then like it's just the thing, you know, it's a aspect of reality, you know, when it comes to these dark things, and you just can't think much of it, you know, and you know, it stays with you, but you know, it's always cool to have people that have gone through it too, and you just talk about it, you know, like you'll have nightmares about it sometimes, but you know, it is what it is when you choose this lifestyle. Hey, Salamander with a $10 donation. As far as I know, black bears are smaller, darker ones, and grizzlies are lighter reddish brown and freaking huge. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't think this is a brown bear. You know, if it was a brown bear, then you know it would have been like distinctly brown. I was thinking so. Yeah. So this one was probably a black bear because they were kind of smaller. And yeah, if you run into a black bear, just go rah. You see a grizzly, just get ready to meet Creator. My first time going to the Navajo County Fair last weekend. What did you go? I didn't go, no. But hope you had a good time. I went to Tuba City Fair, but a couple years back, that was to go see Ice Cube concert, but I didn't ride any rides though. If you check out my Shanclen Shadow Lodge video about me going to a carnival with my siblings, you'll see why. And yeah, I don't fit well in rides. I got kicked out of a ride because I'm too tall. Like legit, like they tried closing the thing on me, and then like my shoulders and everything, my torso is too long, and it didn't like. They got two guys to try to push me, so I was like trying to go like this and like, you know, trying to fit in it, and they're like, "Oh, you can't be on, man." I was like, "Ah, fuck, okay." So my two sisters went on. They had a good time. Shanclen and chat just stopping by to say hello. LOL. What's up? Agreed. Be the change by being the example to others. Yes. How come they're all smiling and laughing? Oh, well, they choose not to be negative. Choose to be positive, everybody. Good evening, all. Hi, Shanclen. Greetings from Thunderbird, Saskatchewan. So yeah, like all you people from Canada that are on here, is it true your guys' moose are huge and you guys got like a lot big bears up there? Anyone in the mountain countries? Yeah, like we I ran into a bear over in Crow Nation a couple days ago. So yeah, we're just looking at it. So yeah, we'll go to Canada to see brown bear. Yeah, just be ready to see creator. Oh, good evening, Canada, Northwestern Ontario. What's up? I've experienced paranormal activity since I was a kid. Same. It's awesome. You're too damn tall. Yeah. Which clan is it that has you being so tall? I think it's this. Our family comes from more of a higher elevation. I always blame the elevation. We're in the higher elevation of the Navajo Nation, so that's why we're taller. Shush, why are you tall? If you're still watching. They act like big people don't exist, especially in amusement parks. I know. My Cree friend told me a story. A guy put a talisman upstairs at night, and they see the evil low rank beings what to do to be safe or deal with evil talismans or find a talisman. Yeah, I would just find it. We Navajos and us, we have our ways of finding spiritual things. It's kind of a ceremony on its own, but yeah, just find it, and if it's bad, get rid of it. Burn it. Fucking burn it. Did I say stand there and look stupid? I said burn it. It's a Navajo meme. Just discovered your channel a few days ago. Enjoy your stories, but I only watch them during the day. LOL. Yeah. Yeah, they can be pretty scary, but welcome to the channel. Glad you enjoy. A smile is the closest distance between two people. Yes. Our moose are gigantic in Canada. Yeah. This one wasn't terrible. It was big, but it wasn't like terribly big. I was in a truck though, but you know, it's probably why it didn't seem too big to me. Pretty sure if I was in my car, it would be like, oh shit, you know, but I've seen videos of moose in Canada and they're like bigger than vehicles, so yeah. Hello from Virginia, what's up? I have coworkers tell me they know I'm at work because they hear my laugh. Oh well. The moose is loose in the house. Yes, they are fucking massive. Your vehicle will not survive, but the moose will walk it off and give you a stink eye after. Oh no. We have brown bears here in Washington. I saw one at Fort Lewis. Dang. Yeah, like that was my first time ever seeing a bear. You know, it's pretty cool. Can't imagine seeing a bigger one. It's just terrifying. Like it would have been a completely different story if we were walking. You know, if we were walking and we ran into those cubs and a mama bear, you know, like we were in a truck, so like I was, all right, cool, we'll be okay. If we need to drive off, we can drive off. But yeah, it would have been a totally different story if we were walking. BC has trophy black and grizzly bears, as well as trophy cougars, some of the largest in the world. Dang, that's scary. Am I big enough to play in the NFL? Height wise, maybe, but not like muscle wise, I guess. I don't know. I'm not about, I don't want to get concussions. I played football in junior high. That's it. You know, like it just wasn't a sport for me. Tail because of spam potatoes. I have a question about my paranormal experience and wanted your advice. How do I contact you about it? I'm on Instagram, so you can send me a DM on Clen_warrior_SSP. Then warrior SSP. I'm from the Yaqui Apache tribe. I've gotten used to being a spiritual person. Yeah, see a lot of stuff everywhere, so it's good you got used to it. Now that ice is melting, the polar bears are going south and mating with grizzly bears. LOL. Look at the pictures of the offspring. Those bears are huge and silly looking. Have I been able to project energy like telekinesis since you are always dealing with spirits? Can you see people aura or feel energies? I studied with Chinese master. He pushed me without touch. I haven't gotten to that level yet, but it's possible, yeah. Linguistical question. Why do I say aho? This is an expression, you know, just like saying woo or yay or kind of something like that. Need to hop off, unfortunately, late night, but hope you are well, Shanclen, and keep up the amazing work. Thank you for coming, and many blessings to you. Yes, our moose at Canada are descendant of the deer, are giant and big. Wow. I don't know about the elevation theory. I'm 5'0" and all my people are kind of short in the Northern Cali Mountains. Like I said, like I have no idea, you know, like all the height, all my mom's side of the family, they're all pretty tall too. So, you know, like, you know, my uncle, my mom, all basketball players, and my grandpas, and yeah, they're all bull riders and stuff. They were tall bull riders. So yeah, that's where I get my height from. Don't Whistle at Night podcast. What's up? What up? Yeah, I'm gonna be hopping on their podcast Sunday, I think. Yeah. Sorry, I'm really tired. Just got back from Montana. Thank you, Shanclen from Canada. Much love from Canada and Cree Nation. Yes, thank you. Many blessings to you too. I want to go to Canada. I want to see these bears. I want to see these moose. And you know what? They're gonna like me. I'm gonna stand next to them and take a picture. Just kidding. Just get mauled. What's for dinner? I had some root beer stand for dinner. It's good. Enjoying this video? Thanks. Of course. Glad you're enjoying. Cool. I weigh 220. No, currently I weigh like around 270, 280. I'm still a little pudgy. When I left Phoenix, I was 320. So I've lost 50 pounds. I've come back. Carne asada fries were too good in Phoenix. So, yeah. I'm working out more. I'm trying to lose weight. Bull rider jeans, that's why you're so tall. Bull rider just get thrown and they're just like get stretched. Yeah, we got a family of bull riders. They're all, a lot of them were champions. I never got it. As far as I got in bull riding, I just did woolly riding. I fell and the sheep stepped on me and I was a little kid and I was like, never again. I was a big kid too, and I was like, I think my feet were almost dragging on the ground. I didn't even fall far, but yeah. I was like, no, this ain't for me. This is scary. Farewell, Shanclen. You are brave. God bless you and your family and everyone else here. Good night. Yes. And thank you for joining the live stream. Good night. We'd love if you come to Canada. Yes. I need to get my passport. I think this trip to Crow Res, Crow Nation and everything was just kind of inspiration for me to go start seeing other tribes. I remember, for all you OG people out there, like, this is something I've always been wanting to do for a while. And, you know, it came to be to where, like, you know, it was with a business trip. So, so I pretty much got 3 birds with 1 stone, you know. Got to do some production work, help out tribe, and then do some interviews with the local Crow people, and then go see some sacred sites over there too. It's an honor to go over there. It's cool. Awesome, everybody. So we are an hour into the stream and I am really starting to feel my tiredness. So I'm probably going to go ahead and end it here and go to sleep because I am exhausted. Driving all night like that really wears you down. So thank you everybody so much for joining this live stream. And again, go follow me on my Instagrams at Clen Warrior SSP and Clen Shadow Lodge SSP. If you guys want to see those photos, I'm going to be posting that right after this, some of them, and then tomorrow I'll be posting the other ones too. And yeah, there's going to be a vlog coming up on the second channel, and then the poll. Let me see what this is. Viewer submitted story looks like it has won the poll. So tomorrow will be a viewer submitted story video. So I got to record that too as well before I go to bed. And yeah, this is gonna be awesome. But yeah, I had a great trip. I want to stop and say hi to everybody and before I go get some rest. And you know, thank you everybody who donated to the chat too. You guys rock. And many blessings to you all, and hope you all have a good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. I'll go now.